Kip is one of the sweetest people I've ever fucking met. When I first met him, he was a good few hundred below me in followers. And now, I think he's like doubled what I have. I'm at like 1.8k, getting close to 1.9k. He's at like, I think he's at 3.6. But the only different thing with him is, he hasn't forgotten the rest of us. What's happened with Kip is, the reason why it's hard to get any time with Kip now is because everybody wants him for everything. You know, he's the he's lead ambassador for Ferality now. He's the face of Ferality. He's getting called to host a lot of events. He's got a lot of work put on his fucking plate, and these days, it's like the only time I ever really get to see Kip is when we're working. We are in a movie together with Danny Gray, that Danny Gray is making. And that seems to be the only time I ever get to actually get some time with him. Any other time it's just a few minutes and he has to go again. I would like to maybe get some time with him, you know, some quality time with him, you know, have some catch-ups and shit. Just fill him in on how well I've been doing. You know, he's working for Ferality, he's working... At the moment, he's helping host the Donut Fest this weekend. I think he does help out with other conventions as well, recently as well. Pretty sure he helped out with MFF last year. But yeah, he's pretty much the top reason why I do what I do today. And, you know, everything he's done for me, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've gone crying to him. Not because something has upset me and I wanted his comfort. The reason I've gone crying to him is because I was thankful for everything he did, everything he's done for me. Like, I honestly see Kip as a brother. He's been so generous to me, so fucking supportive, and he really didn't even need to do any of it. But he did. And here we are. I've been playing music. I had the motivation to start learning about DJing. I mean, heck, a while back I did a subathon to celebrate something. I think it was my... It wasn't September, because I was busy that month. What was I doing the subathon for? $1.6K. That's what it was. 16 hours subathon, starting at 16 hours and then making it uncapped for donations, raids, and cheers or anything like that, subs. And yes, raids even boosted the timer. I set that up as well, so, you know, if you don't want to spend money, raid me. And I know it's frowned upon to call out lurkers and stuff. I didn't call them out all the time. Me scream, he's my number one daddy, gonna make him cream inside me. Just keep riding me. Purple Hour 99, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the lair. But yeah, I did notice this. I didn't call him out at the time, but at a later time, this was around the time when he was going through a really, really shitty time, and he seriously needed help. But I did notice during my subathon, as I went to bed, as I was going to sleep, I had a little peek. Okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you all. I do have a little peek here and there in the Lurkers list. I don't call anybody out. I just like to see who's in there. See if there's any familiar names. And as I was going to bed, I saw Kip was in the lurk. And every time I went back into lurks, I wasn't doing it too often, but every time I went back to just have a little peek at the lurks, he was still there. He was there in the lurk for over 24 hours. Over 24 fucking hours. He was watching over me. And that gave me such a warm feeling to know that he was there, even if he was in the shadows. He may not make himself known when he's here for me, but I know he's in the shadows a lot for me. And for everybody else he cares about. He will lurk in the shadows, watching over us all. And the reason I brought it up with him was, a while back, I don't know how long it's been now. Wasn't it like in October or something? So he and his family come from Hawaii, Maui, Lahaina, Maui. And like back in October, I think it was, maybe November. Lahaina burned down. That is where he came from. It's where his family lived. It's where he was born. It's where he grew up. It's where his family business was built. And not long before that, probably like a month before that, he was over there visiting family and he did some vlogs on Twitch. And we got to see how nice the place looked. Beautiful fucking place. And I was saying, I want to go there for a holiday. That looks like a really nice place to hang out for a holiday. And Kip actually encouraged it. Yes, come on over to Lahaina and have a holiday sometime. And then, like a month later, we get the news hearing that Lahaina burned down. And you know, I knew it was heartbreaking for Kip. His family was okay, by the way, but his home and his family restaurant, all gone. Like seeing those pictures that he was sharing on Discord, it was heartbreaking. And what really hit me the most was when Ferrati did a stream talking about how they were setting up a campaign to help raise money for Hawaii. I literally witnessed Kip. Really, a friend who's so close, I consider him a brother. I witnessed him breaking down. And it hurt me. It hurt me to see him that way. Nobody should have to go through what he went through. I care for Kip. I fucking love him. And seeing him like that, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning for me. I was just getting ready for bed. I was sitting in my chair watching that. I witnessed him break down. they ended the stream. I went to bed and I couldn't even fucking sleep. I woke up like an hour later because I couldn't get that memory out of my head, seeing Kip that way. So I actually got up again. I went to set up my campaign. I went back into VR chat and I immediately started helping to raise money. It was only running for a week, and for a week I think we did pretty good. We raised pretty close to $10,000 to help Hawaii. Now, while that may be a small amount compared to what it would cost to restore the town, you know, we all came together and we helped him. And I know Kip is still he's still hurt by it all, because you know how the town is far from being recovered. But yeah, just remembering how Kip was that day, it broke my fucking heart. You know, he's been there for everyone. I've seen him go through that. No, I just couldn't. I couldn't even go to sleep. I immediately wanted to step in and help, and I did a stream for so long, I was refusing to go to sleep until we reached a certain amount of money, and it got to a point. Like I was being so fucking stubborn. I stopped thinking about myself, and people were messaging me on Discord and jumping into my chat. Even Kip begged me to stop. They all begged me to stop and go to bed, because I was up for, I think I was getting pretty close to 48 hours. I was fucking losing myself. Really pushing myself to do something for him after everything he's done for me. And people were saying, you should get some sleep. You should get some sleep. I'm like, I'm not going to stop this stream until we hit this amount. But then I was getting a lot of people messaging me on Discord, messaging me on Twitter, and actually telling me off. Like they were proper scolding me, telling me to cut the stream off and go to bed. And with the amount of people who were going off at me at that time, I was like, okay, there is no point in fighting this, and they're not going to leave me alone at this point. I'll cut the stream off. I was just so determined to help Kip. Because like I said, I fucking love the guy. He's like a brother. And even to this day, remembering me, oh fucking hell, remembering him breaking down like that on the Ferality stream, it gets to me. Because, you know, somebody I really care about, he lost everything. And I wanted to do everything I could to help him. You know, whether that was raising the money, you know, raising awareness. I even went to Coachella not long after the thing ended. Actually, I think it was just shortly after. I played Bright Eyes by Simon and Garfunkel from the movie Watership Down. And while I played that song, I had a slideshow of images of Lahaina to show why I was singing that song. And just remind people of what happened. $10,000, not a small amount. That's incredible. Yeah, for a week, that was pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty impressive. The fact that all of us came together to help our friends and his family with the shit time they were going through. Like, Ferality stepped in, I stepped in, Carneth stepped in, Thomas, I don't know how you pronounce his other name. Dobie? Thomas Dobie? We all stepped in, we came together. And I know it's going to be a long time before Kip's home is rebuilt. But you know, Kip has done so much for me. I've said to him, after everything you've done for me, I've seen you lurking in the shadows. You've been there for me through a lot. And now I want to be there for you through this shit time. I really could not bear hearing his voice crack on that fucking stream. And just seeing him on the edge of a breakdown. I couldn't sleep knowing that he's just lost his entire fucking home, his family business, the place where he grew up. He's usually a very cheery and friendly person, always so positive. And then just out of nowhere, I saw him like that, and I just started feeling his pain. Like, the emotions he was going through, it was passing on to me. And I'm grateful for everything Ferality did for him during that time. And I really hope Ferality is around for a few more years. I would love to be part of the convention for a few more years to come. Because, you know, a lot of people, thanks to Ferality, have come together to help with some great things. Whether that be helping a really close friend's hometown to be rebuilt. Even though it may take many, many years. I'm sorry, just remember that day, it really gets me. I'm actually fucking breaking up now. I think I have been for the past 20 minutes. And the music probably isn't helping either. This is the world's music. But Kip's done a lot for me. And I'll forever be grateful. That's okay, Croc. I can understand if people weren't talking because of the emotions that were being spread right now. Yeah, it's thanks to the Kip that I got back into playing my guitar, and I started playing at these things again. I made that big jump from bars and fucking nightclubs, skipping the arenas, auditoriums, and fucking stadiums, and we just jumped straight to performing to the entire fucking world. Performing has always been a big fucking part of my life. And I have him to thank for everyone. I'm hoping one day... I'm hoping one day I can meet him face to face. I do have that goal for hopefully later this year. If we don't get it for this year, I'll keep it up. And hopefully I'll get to a convention in America and go and see Kip face to face. Give him a big fucking hug. And probably shed some tears on his shoulder. Because I have a feeling that when I do get to meet him face to face, I'm going to get very fucking emotional. It's thanks to him. It's not just me. There's quite a few of us that have come a long way because of Kip. Because he cares about people like us. And with the way things have been recently, I'm not gonna lie, I fucking miss him. I do, I fucking miss him. And like I said earlier, the only time I ever get to spend some time with him, like some proper full time with him, is when we're working. I'm doing some acting and helping Danny with his projects. That's really the only time we get to see each other for more than 5 minutes. Regardless of where all this goes in future, I'll always be grateful for Kip. I'll always be grateful that I know him. That I met him. He has done... I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, but he really has done so much for me. And I really hope I can continue to make him proud.